Pittsburgh is celebrating its 200th birthday. What the future of our weather forecasts are after this morning's prediction from Punxsutawney Phil.
And also explore where students can get away and have a midsummer break from the cold. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Good afternoon and welcome to Point News. I'm John.
And I'm Victoria Lyons.
A canine was fatally stabbed Sunday afternoon in Wilkinsburg during a foot chase in which the suspect was shot and killed, Port Authority spokesman Jim Ritchie confirmed. Officials have identified the suspect that was shot and killed as 37-year-old Bruce Kelly Jr. Ritchie said Kelly Jr. stabbed the dog Aaron, and shots were fired by multiple Port Authority police officers. Kelly Jr. was fatally hit by the gunfire. Police told Point News that Kelly Jr. and his father, 60-year-old Bruce Kelly Sr., were drinking under a gazebo on Port Authority property. According to the criminal complaint obtained by Point News on Monday, Kelly Jr. started walking away from the approaching officers when he suddenly turned around, cursed, and chased the officers. Kelly Sr. then ran to his son's aid, punching the female officer in the face before being pepper sprayed and arrested, the complaint said. Police caught up with Kelly Jr. and ordered him to stop, but he refused. Quote, "He just kept on walking. He wasn't listening to the police whatsoever. He just kept on going." Catherine Patterson, a witness, said in the police report. Officers then fired their stun guns at Kelly Jr., but due to this thick coat, it had no effect. Aaron was taken to a local animal hospital but died from his injuries. Meanwhile, Kelly Sr. is still facing several charges, including aggravated assault and resisting arrest. A memorial service for Aaron is scheduled for Thursday morning at the Law Enforcement Officers Memorial on Pittsburgh's North Shore, where flags are flying at half-staff in honor of the fallen canine.
The most recent GOP debate took place in Des Moines, Iowa on Thursday, the 28th. Candidates Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, and Ben Carson were all in attendance on Fox News' network. Notably missing was front-running candidate Donald Trump. Trump boycotted the event due to a feud with Fox News' Megyn Kelly and held a separate event in Iowa on the same evening. The GOP candidates discussed topics ranging from homeland security to immigration. The Iowa caucus was last evening following the debate, and Ted Cruz came out on top of the GOP while the Democratic Party was led by candidate Hillary Clinton. The follow-up Republican debate is on Saturday in New Hampshire, while the next scheduled Democratic debate is on February 11th, taking place in Wisconsin.
A child was struck by a car just blocks away from a Pittsburgh area elementary school Monday morning. The accident was reported at about 7:20 a.m. in the 200 block of Lincoln Avenue in Bellevue. Point News has learned nearly half a dozen people have been hit by cars in Bellevue in 1 month. Bellevue Elementary School is just 2 blocks away from where the accident was reported. Bellevue police told Point News that the victim is a student at the school. Officers did not believe he was in a crosswalk at the time of the accident. Investigators also told Point News that the child crossed the street without the help of crossing guards when he was hit. The boy was conscious and alert when he was taken to a hospital. Police said they are unclear whether any charges would be filed.
Pittsburgh is celebrating its 200th birthday in 2016, and the city is honoring its vast history with events held throughout the calendar year. Pittsburgh was incorporated as a city in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania on March 12th in 1816. An event on March 18th invites people to join in activities and an opening of Pittsburgh time capsule. For more about information on Pittsburgh's bicentennial celebration and events coming up, look at the website pgh200.com.
If you're still struggling to stick to your New Year's resolution, Chick-fil-A has a suggestion. Eat their grilled chicken nuggets. The chicken chain has printed a lifestyle tip on the side of their takeout bags, recommending that customers add, quote, one healthy habit to their routine. That healthy habit just happens to include eating their food. Here's a good one. Eat smaller meals, like an 8-count pack of grilled nuggets every 3 to 4 hours, the bag says.
In case you missed it, this past Thursday and Friday, Market Square hosted an ice house for charity. The initiative was called Cool Down for Warmth to help raise money for Dollar Energy Fund program. Last year, the event raised approximately $70,000, and then utility partners marched for this overall amount of $140,000 in total after the success last year. The building expanded from 1 room to 3 rooms. The purpose each year is to raise money for those who needed help and having trouble with the cost of heating bills.
Today, February 2nd, marks the tradition of Groundhog Day. Annually, Punxsutawney Phil brings the thoughts of spring if he doesn't see his shadow, or the extension of winter months if he does spot it. According to History.com, the tradition started in 1887 when a newspaper editor declared Phil as America's only true forecasting groundhog. Last year, he saw his shadow predicting a longer winter, and this year, Phil did not see his shadow, having us hope for early spring. And in our weather segment later, we'll see how his prediction holds up.
Next up, Point News will take a break from winter and explore the bright colors at Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Garden. We will discuss some events happening on campus for students, and we will take a look for our weather forecast is for the rest of the week.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to.
Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single?
Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week?
No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. No matter what your guilty pleasure is, we've got you covered.
Entertainment on Point. Get to the point of pop culture.
Yeah!
The Dance Conservatory is presenting new choreography at the Pittsburgh Playhouse through February 5th through the 14th. The production, 5, was co-choreographed by Dance Department Chair Ruben Graciani and faculty member Keisha Lalama. For more information, visit pittsburghplayhouse.com.
Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Garden is well known in Pittsburgh for its collection of unique plants. Our reporter Carly Rivera went to Oakland to see what's being featured.
Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens is welcoming back the thoughts of warm, bright days with its newest exhibit. The display of tropical bonsai and orchids creates a mid-winter break for students. The conservatory is currently running 3 other exhibits, including the Tropical Forest Congo, Garden Railroad, and the Winter Lake Garden open on Friday evenings. But their orchid and bonsai exhibit is taking center stage and used as a place for students to unwind.
I like it because it's really a break from, the everyday monotony. I like that it's bright and colorful and it smells amazing in all the rooms. Like they have the spice room and the orchids always smell great.
The Garden Railroad exhibit features scenes of various fairy tales from Jack and the Beanstalk to Peter Pan, and all are set amongst their microplants display. And the Tropical Forest Congo is the warmest of the exhibits and showcases the collection from the Congo region of Africa.
The Tropical Forest Conga Room is always awesome because it's really warm and humid in there, and it's really interesting to learn about, kind of plants that aren't from this side of the globe even.
The conservatory's slipper orchid collection is held in high regards nationally, and the Orchid and Bonsai Show will run until February 28th.
My favorite room is probably the bonsai trees. I just think they're so interesting. Like the fact that they're trained, like it's a normal plant that they put under certain conditions to do certain things, how they can teach a plant how to grow.
Throughout the displays, plaques are stationed giving advice or answering questions. The conservatory is also providing free classes on bonsai and orchid care during the month of February. With a current university ID, students can receive a discounted admissions fee of $14. And for more information on Phipps Conservatory, visit their website at phipps.conservatory.org. Reporting from Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Garden, I'm Carly Rivera for Point News.
For some students interested in new clubs or events, here are some things happening on campus this week. The SINS meeting is being held in the Dance Complex Tuesday at 2 p.m. and the Tabletop Card Club is meeting Thursday at 4 p.m. in Lawrence Hall. If you are interested in attending any of these club meetings, check out the club's OrgSync accounts to register. Another event coming up for students is the Spring Job and Internship Fair on February 9th. 50-plus vendors will be attending. It will be held in the Student Center gym from noon until 3:30 p.m. Students are advised to dress professionally and bring resumes if interested in this opportunity. You can register by joining through Point Park's Handshake account.
Coming up next on Point News, we'll take a break from weather and explore the bright colors. While we explored the bright colors earlier in the forecast, what a segment that was. Coming up next, we'll see what Punxsutawney Phil had for us in Amy's weather forecast, along with a sports report from our Trevor Sheets. That's coming up after the break.
Here at the Pioneer sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I had a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the questions?
Just, like,
it's always a
answer me
question.
look.
It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine!
Blaine!
Blaine! Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship, and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Punxsutawney Phil's prediction this morning may have us preparing for spring weather in the following weeks, especially after last weekend when we experienced temperatures in the upper 60s. But in past experiences, he hasn't always been correct. Now with hopes of consistent spring weather in our area, we will send it over to Amy Fink for our full weather report. Amy, what's it looking like for us?
Well, guys, it's been looking pretty good for us recently. Right now, it's pretty nice. Tuesday, right now, it's like 50 degrees, which is really nice. Right now, the low for the day will be 41. Somewhat cold for my liking, not sure about everyone else. And there will be rain in the forecast. Ugh, don't want to see that. And then on Wednesday, we're going to see 58 degrees as a high and then a low of 33. A little bit better of some prettiness out there, sun, cloudiness, liking it. And then on Thursday, we're going to see over here that it's going to be a high of 37. Get that jacket out because it's going to be a cold one. And then as you can see down in the low of 23 degrees and a little bit of cloudiness. We're going to take a look around the region. As we can see, there is a high front currently around our area, but we can see down in here there's a little bit of both high and low, a little bit of a mixture. Down here in Florida, lots of fog, crazy, not that sunny, lovely sky that we are wishing to see all the time. And then over here within the west, we see some lovely high lovely weather there. And let's move on to the lovely temperatures around the region. Wow, this is a shocker for me, seeing that all this lovely 30s over here, 40s, even some of the lower temperatures being 10s and 12s. Oh, geez, freezing. And if you take a look out over here in our lovely neck of the woods, earlier this morning, it was about 27 degrees. Thank you for the Weather Channel for giving us this lovely maps. Guys, remember, get some lovely warmer clothes this week. And yeah, let's send it over back to the desk.
Thanks, Amy. Really looking forward to this warm weather that you say we're getting. Well, coming up after the break, we'll recap the NHL's All-Star Game and which Pittsburgh band was featured for as a spotlight and how their music was broadcast at the All-Star Game.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Good afternoon, I'm Trevor Sheets here with your sports coverage. The NHL All-Star Skill Competition started off last Friday night with something for everyone in the Music City. If you missed out on it, here were some great takeaways from the event. 19-year-old Detroit Red Wings rookie forward Dylan Larkin broke a 20-year-old record for the fastest time for a lap around the rink. The record was originally set by Mike Garter's record of 13.38 seconds in 1996. Larkin broke and covered the distance in 12.894 seconds. The Montreal Canadiens defenseman P.K. Subban won the breakaway challenge where he skated and juggled the puck on his stick, played it off his leg, and caught it on the other side of his body before driving the puck on the net. His other chance was a tribute to former Penguin Jaromir Jagr, donning a number 68 Florida Panthers jersey and a wig to imitate the flowing hair Jagr had in his youth. He wore long pants to simulate Cooperalls and even skated like Jagr. After scoring, he saluted, which was Jagr's signature goal celebration. During the same competition, Burns invited his son and San Jose Sharks teammate Joe Pavelski's son to help him. Little Burns scored on the play and then won the hearts of fans by fist-bumping every All-Star in celebration. Burns' second shot had a video featuring the evolution of his beard before dimming the lights. When the lights came back on, Burns was wearing a Star Wars Chewbacca mask and was able to score on New Jersey Devils goaltender Corey Schneider. The last eye-turning event was defenseman Shea Weber from the Nashville Predators, who won the hardest shot competition with a blast of 108.1 miles per hour. Steven Stamkos, who shot at 103.9, and PK Subban, who shot at 102.3, were the only other competitors to top 100 miles per hour. The only disappointment is weather couldn't take down Zdeno Chara's league record of 108.8 miles per hour. And the NHL was getting countrified during this weekend's All-Star festivities in Nashville, thanks to a Pittsburgh band. The Stickers are comprised of brothers Joe, Jim, and John Wooderick from Pittsburgh. Their hit song Countrified is climbing the charts and was featured during NHL Network coverage all weekend long. The NHL Network licensed the song for use during the All-Star festivities. According to Wooderick, quote, "We're hoping in these markets their management has heard it. The NHL used the song on Sirius's radio on the highway and used it in the commercial. Hopefully it keeps spreading and keeps moving up the charts."
Thanks, Trevor, and what a great All-Star weekend it was. The 3-on-3 tournament, I think it really worked. That'll do it from Point News this afternoon. I'm Josh Krupp.
And I'm Victoria Lyons. Tune in on Thursday for news in the Pittsburgh area.